All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Tennessee Titans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go. 15, Lonnie. 15 line. Hey. Light. Ready.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second and very short. Jones nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Jones on third down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. On first down, here's Breida. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
That's another Titans first down.
On first and 10, Jones. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. From the gun, Jones. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing, Jones. Complete. It's Johnson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Go.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the
Right.
Jones throwing on fourth down. And Robinson with a big catch. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They go counter with Breida. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Ready? Ready?
Check 55. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Newton on first down. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
This is Breida. And down inside the 15 he goes. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Let's make any weapon. Ready?
Jones now on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll try to run with Breida. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Matt Breida with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
14, Saints nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
56. Gotta do better.
Gun.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
On first down, it's Newton. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. On first down, Newton. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
56, the mock boys. 56. Check 56. Are you getting the headache? Are you getting the headache?
Throwing again is Newton. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
What's that? Great, great.
You better break.
Now Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Bullock's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Let's go now. 15, Ronnie. 15 line.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
On 1st and 10, Newton finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Right to the 3.
54. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But one of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, Newton. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, some credit there to A.J. Green because he's so tough to cover. Sometimes he causes those penalties.
And he's one of the more difficult guys to cover in the NFL because of his ability to do just about anything on a route. Hard to do. Creates a lot of pass interference calls.
Here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Newton's Super Bowl nemesis, Von Miller. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Third and long, it's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Waiting on it will be Richie James. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right? As the returner. You know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, switch gears.
That's right.
Newton to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, Newton. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
61, match box, lights.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
X3, 218, chopper. 5.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones, and Josh Hill has it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Titans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. Got an open man, that's Campbell. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Titans. Harris Campbell. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Gold with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Now Newton, that's complete to John Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans. Newton on first down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Newton finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Newton throwing again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Gun.
On 2nd and goal. Newton under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And back at the 8 now, 3rd and goal.
Gun.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Oh, yeah.
Here's Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Got it.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
17 yards on that play for the Titans.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Titans 37-yard line.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Ready, ready.
A final shot before break. Jones. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Newton. Open man right side is Ingram. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 28 yards. Throwing is Newton. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton over the middle. He's got his tight end Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A.J. Green, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 28-10.
Saints 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Check safety, check safety. Check 43. Check 31, check 31.
They'll start on the ground with Breida, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
You draw quarters.
Throwing Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
On now is the Titans punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Ricky, 8. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the pass.
From the gun, here's Newton. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Saints.
On first down, it's Newton. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Watch the run.
To throw again. Newton. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Temple, Rock Ya-Sin. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing again. Newton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it'll be third down.
You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. Definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10.
Conversely, defense has done a good job on first and second down. The coverage has been draped. Newton now to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2.
54, right there, 54. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
They snap it to Newton. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey!
To the air again, Newton. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Come on, set.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that moment. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
General West.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
On now is the Titans punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone.
Let's go, let's do this.
The Saints take over first and 10 at the Titans' 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get in the right room.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Oh, yeah.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now Newton. And to the tight end here, Severian Jenkins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Watch the twins. Watch the twins. Watch out.
Gun.
On 1st and 10, Newton. under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Newton now to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. Newton to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Bullock will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give coming right is Breida. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Vernon Butler able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. All of a sudden, both sides of the football for them playing extremely well. That's how they're right back in this ball game.
And I checked out our astrological charts before this game, you and me. And you know what it said? It said we would be better in the 2nd half than we would be in the 1st half. I think this team is coming along right along with us. The moon's definitely in the 7th house, and they are playing way better. I like how they pulled it together. I don't know if it was a leader that stepped up. I don't know if it's just the team got out of the gate slow. And now they're looking the part.
You don't even know what sign I am.
No, but it doesn't matter. I just looked up all of them.
Okay. I guess they all said the same thing. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
20.
To throw again. Newton, he'll get this to Eckler. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Austin Eckler hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for two.
That's trash. Hey! Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go.
Again, Newton. And this is caught. And they've got the lead here in the fourth. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a one-point lead, and it just changes the complexion of the whole game.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Jones now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. It's complete to Robinson. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. The Titans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Jones, and it's caught, the tight end Hill. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They run for it with Breida, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Now Jones off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body. It's Desmond Trufant. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. They were looking for Johnson that time. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Gun.
Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now it's Newton. And Ingram hauls it in. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. Hey, watch it.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
54, Mike. 54, Mike.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And Woods has it complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Draw play, it's Eckler. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's brought down. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. So we got man. Pick the edge.
And Newton's going to keep it. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cam Newton taking it in. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Bullock. That game's gone final in Indianapolis, and it was the Panthers that wound up winning that one. Mitch Trubisky, 2 touchdown passes in the W. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the uphill. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle it? And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Ready,
So
set.
now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
You got enough?
Hey, lock it. Five.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Saints, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.